Hello, and welcome to your MES lesson. I'm Claire. Today you're going to learn the what, the how, and the when of answering be present plus noun questions. Let's start with what. What are these answers and statements used for? They are used to talk about present facts. For example, I'm a firefighter. Good. Now let's learn how. How do you use these answers and statements? First, know how to conjugate be present using contractions. If you want to talk about yourself, please repeat, yes, I am. Good. Let's practice the more commonly used contraction. Please repeat, yes, I'm. If you want to talk about me, yes, you are. Once more, using the contraction, yes, you're. If you want to talk about Adam, yes, he is. Once more, using the contraction, yes, he's. If you want to talk about Joanne, yes, she is. Once more, using the contraction, yes, she's. If you want to talk about us, yes, we are. Once more, using the contraction, yes, we're. If you want to talk about them, yes, they are. Once more, using the contraction, yes, there. We'll use the contractions during the practice video. It's very important to memorize this conjugation fluently before you start practicing video B. Next, study your vocabulary. For example, I'm a surgeon, a nurse, an engineer. Remember, be sure to pronounce the "an" before nouns that begin with vowel sounds. For example, I'm a surgeon. I'm an engineer. Finally, to build a more specific answer, you can use an adjective. For example, I'm a part-time actor, a famous actor, a terrible actor. So finally, when do you use these answers and statements? You use them to talk more about people's occupations. For example, I'm a professor, I'm a DJ, I'm a typist. Or personalities. For example, I'm an introvert, I'm an extrovert, I'm a leader. Or hobbies. For example, I'm a vegetarian, I'm a hiker, I'm a collector. Excellent. Now let's review. First, what are be present plus noun answers and statements used for? They are used for talking about present facts. Second, how do you use these answers and statements? You use them by knowing the conjugation of be present and building a more specific answer with the vocabulary. Third, when do you use these answers and statements? You use them to talk more about people's occupations, personalities, and hobbies. Well done! Let's move on to video B to really practice making your own answers. Remember to keep on reviewing your vocabulary. I'm Claire, and I'll see you back here soon.